Violet Evergarden is, or at least was for many of us, more than just another seasonal anime. It is a show that promised change, a show which we believed to be a step in the right direction for the anime industry. We had high hopes, but also high expectations. And when the Winter 2018 anime season finally started, many felt let down. It just wasn't the anime that we've been waiting for years. My name is Leo, and this is the story of Violet Evergarden. Today is February 2018. There are a few episodes of Violet Evergarden out, and the community is completely divided when it comes to this anime. First, we have those who praise the show and say that it's one of the best of the season, and in opposition, you have the group that believes that other than its animation and art style, there's nothing special about Violet Evergarden. Controversial anime are nothing new, there is one about every season, but what makes this one in particular noteworthy is who is arguing about this matter. Normally, anime are controversial between the hardcore fanbase and the casual viewers. Let me give you an example to clearly illustrate my point. Sword Art Online is a controversial anime. I hope we can all at least agree with this. But if you were to ask only the hardcore anime fans that have been watching anime for years, there exists a general consensus. Sword Art Online is a mediocre anime. The controversy appears only when you factor in the opinions of casual fans as well. A lot of newer viewers have been introduced to anime through popular shows like SAO and simply didn't have enough time yet to experience more shows or just don't care about watching other anime. For them, Sword Art Online is a great anime, and they might even have developed an emotional bond to the show or to the characters. And not to be misunderstood, there is absolutely nothing wrong with enjoying SAO. Unlike other YouTubers, I won't make 10 different videos telling you why this anime is trash, because I genuinely believe it's a decent anime that is worth watching, and I'm happy to have more people in this community, regardless of what anime they enjoy. The point I'm trying to make is that the controversy surrounding Sword Art Online comes from the clash of opinions between the hardcore and the casual anime fanbases. It only exists in this context. Whereas the controversy surrounding Violet Evergarden is much more profound than the SAO one. At this point in time, there doesn't exist a common consensus about Violet Evergarden. Even within the hardcore group, opinions are mixed. Some love it, others don't even want to keep watching it. So why is this the case and how did we get here? In order to find the answer and get the full picture, we must start from the beginning. Today is January 22nd, 2016. KyoAni just uploaded a short trailer for Violet Evergarden on their YouTube channel. Not many people in the anime community paid attention to this, as it is mainly a commercial for one of their light novel series. I am not that interested in this. Today is May 27th, 2016. Everyone in the anime community is talking about My Hero Academia made by Studio Bones and ReZero made by White Fox, as they are the two hottest anime airing right now. But what about Kyoto Animation? What do people think about them? Well, their last anime was Musaigi no Phantom World, which was disappointing for many. But despite this, the studio is viewed as one of the best out there. There are rumors that it pays its animators better than most other studios, and that the working conditions are great. Also, a lot of people praise KyoAni highly for the visuals in their works. KyoAni makes gorgeous anime. This is what people believe right now. On this day, on the official Kyoto Animation YouTube channel, they've uploaded a short preview for one of their new anime projects. It is this trailer. This announcement garnered a lot of attention and was received with an overwhelmingly positive response from the community. It is clear that Violet Evergarden will be one of the best looking anime ever made, and given KyoAni's portfolio, there is no reason to doubt that. But there's another reason why people are excited for this anime. Violet Evergarden is the only work to have won a Grand Prize award from the annual Kyoto Animation Literary Awards. The judges are notoriously strict, and in the 7 years this contest has been going, many tried, but only one has ever won the Grand Prize. Violet Evergarden. Today is March 15th, 2017. A new preview for Violet Evergarden is out. Look at the street, look at the grass, look at the water. And the rain too! It's safe to say that at this point in time I'm hyped for this anime, and the community seems to share the same feelings. Violet Evergarden is quickly becoming one of the most anticipated anime in years. Today is January 24th, 2018. 2 full years have passed since the first video announcement for Violet Evergarden, and today the 3rd episode just came out. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the anime lives up to its expectations. Many fans seem to be disappointed by its writing, and even some popular YouTubers went out and publicly expressed their lack of interest in the show.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling this so far. I mean, it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen, but at the moment it's just very pretty looking cardboard. Violet at the beginning is bland enough to dilute the taste of sandpaper, and nothing is grabbing me about the plot.
Violet Evergarden has failed. But what exactly went wrong? How could one of the most anticipated shows, maybe one of the best anime studios out there, whose art style and animation are some of the most eye-popping in anime, with a Grand Prize Literary Award winning story, how could this show not be a hit? Well, when it comes to the art style and animation, there is almost complete unanimity. Violet Evergarden is, as expected, one of the best looking anime ever made. Sure, there are some people complaining about the blur filter being used a bit too much, but that's just nitpicking over tiny details. The main complaint that people have is about the story and the characters. There are some plot holes or things the writers appear to have missed out. For instance, why wasn't Violet's first letter proofread before sending? That definitely could have saved the post company some trouble. It appears that a significant amount of people just can't get behind the main character. Violet is emotionless, cold, and seems to be living in a world of her own, unable to connect with the other characters, or with the viewers for that matter. She might be pretty, but from what we got in the first 3 episodes, she lacks substance and depth. Another problem that many people point out too is the fact that the anime doesn't follow the light novel story. Outside of the first episode, the next couple episodes are anime only, basically what one would call fillers. Because of this, the kind of writing and story that the fans were expecting were not to be found. Instead, the anime is much more episodic and moves at a slow pace, giving to some the impression that it is stagnant and the plot does not progress at all. Today is February 2018. We are back from where we started. Now that you know what has happened in the past, this is the part where I chime in and give you my opinion on this anime and the controversy surrounding it. I personally find Violet Evergarden to be one of the most interesting anime I've seen, at least in the last couple of years. Outside of its breathtaking visuals, I find that the whole idea about Violet slowly understanding what feelings are and how to express them in words just fits so well the anime format. Perhaps this was one of the reasons why this story has won a grand award from Kyoto Animation. In general, I feel that anime as a storytelling medium excels at expressing emotions through its art and sound design. Animation gives form to literature and color to music. It makes pictures move and can exaggerate reality to make it even more real. Because of how much freedom animation provides its creator, they are able to depict real-life scenarios much more charmingly or unsightlier than they actually are. Through this means, the whole world changes when one's feelings change. A few years ago, Your Lie in April showcased just how well you can express invisible, abstract things such as feelings in anime, using music and changing the way the world looks in order to fit the emotions of your characters. While Violet as a character is for the most part emotionless, the other characters she interacts with are most definitely not. Each of them is experiencing complex emotions that we, as the viewers, get to observe in their raw form from an unbiased, neutral point of view. And while the pace of the show is quite slow and Violet might seem unchanged, her encounters with people across the world do have an impact on her character, which can be observed when we get to hear her letters. Each letter is more expressive than the last, and while her mindset doesn't change very much, her understanding of people's feelings clearly does. I am a big fan of this approach, and honestly, I'm happy that the anime focuses on other characters rather than the main story of Violet and Gilbert. I believe all this build up and development for Violet will make for a great apogee towards the end of the anime season. One last thing I want to talk about is the sound design of this anime. While pretty much everyone who has seen Violet Evergarden appreciates its animation and art style, I haven't seen enough people talking about its sound design, which by the way is absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to play a short clip from the 4th episode, and please do try to listen to every sound in the background and hear for yourself just how well put together the sound effects and music are.
お客様がお望みならどこでも駆けつけます。自動手記人形サービスバイオレットエバーガーデンです。
My final thoughts on Violet Evergarden are that this anime, when it comes to production value, is on a league of its own, probably the best Kyoto Animation has ever made. And when it comes to story and characters, don't rush and judge this show from the first couple of episodes. Give it some time and it will grow on you, because just as Violet might seem on the surface a simple character, she and her story have many more complex and interesting layers underneath. Today is March 2018. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching, it really means a lot to me. I want to give a special shout out to Anda, who actually is my first Patreon. You are the real MVP. If you've enjoyed this video and wish to support me, Patreon is pretty much the best place to do so. There is a link in the description and probably a card right now on your screen. Thank you very much for all the likes, shares and just for being here. My name is Leo, and I'll see you in the next video.